Welcome to Dragon's Lair Update, the only show dedicated to Howard Community College athletics. This month, men's basketball competes for the national championship. Men's lacrosse battles Suffolk, and Coach Carey's Dragons take on Essex. Less than 2 years ago, Mike Smelkinson took over a program that had suffered through 3 consecutive losing seasons. Now, the Dragons are Region 20B champions and on their way to nationals. Howard and Monroe go head-to-head in the NJCAA tournament. Will the Dragons score the upset, or will the tournament's number 2 seed put an end to Howard's remarkable national championship run? Bruce Hoosier anchors our tournament coverage.
Thanks, Diane. I'm here with assistant men's basketball coach Ty Quan Alexander. At the beginning of the season, no one expected Howard to make it to the Nationals. Now the Dragons are 4 wins away from bringing home the national championship. Brandon Spain was named Region 20 Tournament MVP. Coach Ty, describe Brandon's game.
Brandon Spain is a tremendous athlete. He can score the basketball in a variety of ways. 1, attacking the basket. 2, mid-range jump shots. And on the defensive end, he can guard quick defenders and get stops.
Monroe enters the tournament as the nation's number 2 seed. With Mott going down in the opening round, the Tribunes are the new favorite to win the title. Monroe is 28-3 and winners of 9 straight. Taquan Zimmerman is Monroe's best player. How do you plan to slow him down?
Just playing good help defense. He's right-handed, so we want to close out topside, forcing him left, which is his weakest hand.
Howard and Monroe battle it out in the national tournament.
Action from the first half. Monroe leaves James Peters open. Bad idea. The sophomore out of Oakland Mills buries it for 3.
Good transition outlet pass from James Bartnick to Ali Conde.
Ali Conde extends the lead for Howard. Dallas Gary goes left, gets inside, and does some damage.
This is bad closeout defense, and it leads to a foul.
A Genefuja looking for Jazz Harris. Monroe forces a turnover. Gary sends a long ball to Tashawn Desar. Tremendous finish from the freshman out of Brooklyn. 2 minutes to go in the first half. James Peters knocks down another 3.
Big-time shot from James Peters.
10 seconds till halftime. Howard's holding for the last shot. James Bartnick up against Taquan Zimmerman. He scores!
That was just James Bartnick making a play.
Second half, we're tied at 35. The 2 seed Monroe is on upset alert here in Illinois. The penetration by Javari Josiah frees up Zimmerman. Monroe reclaims the lead. Delapo Olubile sends a good pass down low to Bartnick.
Nice screen by James Peters. Jasmine Harris does a good job keeping his man in front of him.
Harris with the theft. 3-on-1 break. Delapo goes up. Monroe sends him to the line. Olubile hit both free throws to give Howard the lead.
Right here, lack of communication leads to 2 points.
7 minutes to play, we're tied at 44. Zimmerman has room to shoot, and he puts it away for 3. Other end of the floor. Bartnick looking for Genefuja. Gary forces a turnover. Zimmerman takes it the other way for Monroe.
After a couple of bad possessions, Monroe is now in control.
The Tribune seize momentum with a 5-0 run. John Velez Rivera's 3 punctuates a 13-4 run for Monroe. The Tribunes advance to the Elite 8. Let's go to Diane Schumacher for the Dragon Sports Radio post-game report.
Let's talk about the first half of this game.
We came up with more energy than them, and I thought we had it, but in the second half, the first 5 minutes of that, we came out slow, and that played a big role in it.
I mean, momentum was unbelievable in our favor, I thought, in the first half, especially with that last shot.
Yeah, Bartnick hit the runner with his left hand, fading away, and everybody was pumped up, running into the locker room. So guys stepped up in the first half, everybody. I think we had 10 guys all score in the first half for us. And we thought we were going to get them, but just didn't have enough in the second half.
What do you think went wrong in the second half?
Well, I thought they turned the pressure up on us with about 8 minutes or so left in the game, and we had consecutive turnovers, coughed the ball up a few times, and once they got their lead, we had a hard time scoring and getting back into the game.
What a great debut for the first time in Howard Community College history, though. What are you going to take away from this first game in your career?
I'm learning from it. I've never played in that kind of atmosphere before with all the coaches watching, big crowd, and yeah, it's going to benefit me a lot, I think.
Now, tomorrow, we got to play tomorrow. So tell me a little bit about your mindset for tomorrow.
We're going at them. Win. Can't lose.
What about you, Coach?
Win. We want to stick around for a few more days up here.
Good luck, guys. For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Diane Schumacher.
The loss to Monroe ended Howard's national championship hopes and moved the Dragons into the consolation bracket. The Dragons take on Grand Rapids in a win-or-go-home showdown. Coach Ty, Ali Conde is shining bright in the postseason. What does Ali bring to the team?
Bruce, Ali is one of the top basketball players I have ever coached. He creates his own shot. Whenever you watch him play, he attacks the rim going 100 miles per hour.
Grand Rapids is coming off a 5-point loss to Moraine Valley. Alex Muser is the #1 scoring option. What is the key to stopping the Raiders, big man?
We challenged sophomore Ben Vester on just fronting the post, challenging every shot and boxing him out for 40 minutes.
The winner moves on, the loser goes home.
Dolapo Olubile, top of the key, slides it to James Peters, throws up and hits the three. Brandon Spain drives it in the paint and lays it in for a pair.
That's just Brandon Spain making a play.
Everything's going good for Peters tonight. He dribbles left and banks in the layup. The Dragons showing off on D. KO with the theft.
Outstanding effort by Coyote.
Olubile dribbles and sets up KO and he lays it in. Bartnick over to Dolapo, top of the key. To Jasmine Harris from downtown. He hits in for a 4-point play. That's another great assist for Dolapo. Less than 5 seconds on the clock. Grand Rapids inbounds pass is picked off midcourt by Spain. Quick pass to Peters. He shoots and hits the buzzer beater for 3 points.
Bruce, James Peters is on fire.
Kevin Badger with man coverage, strips Spain in the paint and takes it the other way. Bounce pass to Miles Robinson. Layup is good. Willie Duke at the line. Ball rolls around the rim. Alex Muster with the offensive rebound and the putback for 2. Howard's lead cut to 7.
Bad foul by Dolapo.
Fighting to come back, Devin Longoria shoots and drains the triple.
The late closeout by Ben Vester results in a 3.
Bartnick bounce pass to KO. He puts it on the floor, steps in the paint and puts it in for 2.
Man, that's a good power move by Coyote. The quick hands of Brandon Spain results in a steal.
The turnover leads to a 2-on-1 bucket by James Peters. Ali Conde with the offensive rebound. Drives it to the boards and slams the rock home.
Bruce, that's a LeBron James dunk.
Conde not finished with his slam dunk clinic, takes the bounce pass and makes him pay with a super slam. Howard wins. Let's go to Diane Schumacher for the Dragons Sports Radio post-game report.
How did it feel today to get this win?
It's good because everybody got involved. They kept feeding me the ball when I was hot after I made my first one. Like, Brandon, give it to me again, hit another one, and they just kept piling up.
All right, Special K, tell us a little bit of how you quarterbacked the team on the floor today.
Well, since ever since we've gone zone, I'm on the back side or the weak side. So Coach Jay has always been telling me that I gotta, talk to everybody up front and direct them, tell them who's where they gotta go, and yeah, it's just how it's been going. So.
And you had a much better day today, offensively as well as defensively. What made this change around for you?
After yesterday's game, I really had to step it up because I wasn't hitting any shots. I still wasn't hitting any today, but I had to attack the glass, go in there, get rebounds, do what I can to help out my team.
Ali, 2 outrageous dunks in the game. Tell us how that felt today.
It felt great and just feels good because being a freshman on this stage, not a lot of teams get to have that opportunity, but I'm just glad to have the opportunity just to be here. Just take it as a regular game, honestly.
Now tell me how it feels to get that first game under your belt.
It gives us a lot of confidence going into the next game, and this is a payback game for us because they beat us pretty bad earlier this year, but...
Tell me about this. Who's they?
Lewisburg.
Yes. So what's the game plan for tomorrow, guys?
Get some payback.
Defensive energy.
Defensive energy?
Get some payback.
Chaos.
Chaos?
Chaos.
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium. Hey, you heard it here on Dragons Lair Update. Diane Schumacher reporting.
Howard battles Lewisburg in an intriguing postseason rematch. Lewisburg defeated the Dragons by 31 points in early November. Coach Ty, how can Howard avenge that loss?
First, play hard for 40 minutes. Second, we must rebound. Lewisburg is averaging 46 rebounds per game. Last, make plays on our motion offense. We need to set good ball screens and hit open shots.
The Hurricanes were #1 in the NJCAA poll entering the tournament. Penn Valley shocked Lewisburg in the opening round and handed the Hurricanes their second loss of the season. Antonio Robinson leads Lewisburg's offense. Coach Ty, how do you plan to neutralize the East Carolina commit?
We cannot let Robinson get comfortable. The plan is to keep him in front of us and contest every shot. We're going to send Ali, Brandon, and James Bartnick at him.
It's the rematch Howard's been waiting for. The Dragons and Lewisburg face off next.
First half, James Peters up against Antonio Robinson. Peters to Conde.
Nice jump stop power move by Ali Conde.
Kevin William charges into the lane. Terrence Christian is there for the tip-in.
Not a good box out by the Dragons.
Lewisburg double teams Spain.
Nice hustle by Delapo.
Brandon Spain connects with Harris. Hard foul by Christian. Williams anticipates the pass and comes up with a steal. Here come the Hurricanes. Williams alley-oop to Christian. Lewisburg closes the half with a 9-0 run. Second half, James Bartnick drives, sets up KO. He scores!
Nice elbow shot by Coyote.
Brandon Spain beats his man. Turner's there for backup.
Swarming defense from the Hurricanes.
Turner finishes in transition to make it an 8-point game. Lewisburg double teams the ball.
Nice backdoor cut. Maurice Thompson hits James Peters for an easy 2. You have to communicate on defense. Here you see the backside is wide open and Lewisburg gets the alley-oop.
Ali Conde up against Kevin Williams.
Nice rip through by Ali. Bang, knockdown.
2:48 remaining. Howard is down by 5. Conde for 3. He buries it! Lewisburg calls timeout as the Dragons are back within 2. The Hurricanes force another turnover. Terrence Christian charges ahead in transition and delivers a clutch bucket. 31 seconds to play. The nation's #1 team has a 4-point lead. Brandon Spain and 1!
Big time pro hop by Brandon Spain. It's a 2-point game.
Spain hit his free throw. The Dragons send Robinson to the line and he hits both free throws. 10 seconds to play. 68-65 Lewisburg. Bartnick for 3. He's fouled! James Bartnick can tie the game at the line. The officials review it. You can clearly see both feet well behind the yellow 3-point line. The officials say he stepped on the line. Bartnick only gets 2 foul shots. He hit 1 of 2. 4 seconds on the clock. 68-66 Lewisburg. Howard fouls. Christian hits 1 of 2, makes it a 3-point game. Conde inbounds to Spain. This is for the tie. The Hurricanes hold on to win. Matt Stovall is with head coach Mike Smelkinson.
Coach Smelkinson, you had an excellent season. What did you say to your team in the locker room after this one?
Well, I told the team they have nothing to be ashamed of. They, fought hard, and I've never been a part of a group or a team that cared about each other so much and wanted it so bad. So I just told them they have nothing to be ashamed of, and we'll be back next year.
Coach, how proud are you of this group?
Very proud of the group, just to represent for their school. I can't say enough good things about how good they are as people. Just they left it all out on the court today, and they wanted to win so bad, and we did everything we could, just didn't make enough baskets. So very proud of the guys.
Coach Smelkinson, congratulations on bringing Howard to nationals for the first time since 1993.
Thank you.
For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Matt Stovall.
Now it's time for men's lacrosse. Howard takes on Suffolk in the 2013 season opener. Head coach Ken Sinisi is looking to build on last year's 8-7 record. Howard will look to generate offense from the midfield and attack the short sticks. This will create opportunities for their dangerous attackmen. Suffolk has won 2 straight against the Dragons and enters the game ranked 4th in the nation. Preseason All-American Kenny Meinson leads the Sharks offense. The scoring midi out of Huntington, New York is a strong Dodger who can be a difference maker for Suffolk. Howard and Suffolk take the field next. Let's go to the Dragons' lair.
Third quarter, we're tied at 6. Josh Shaw is operating from behind. The defender doesn't slide and Shaw makes him pay. Suffolk takes the lead. Shaw dodges, improves his angle. Big time save from Garrett Conaway. 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Nick Wynn changes direction and leaves the defender in his dust. Howard ties the game. Tyler Meagle connects with Shaw. Terrific pass to Connor Pittard. Suffolk regains the lead. Brock Wendt goes right by the short stick and buries it low. Excellent play from the freshman out of Ellicott City. 2 minutes remaining in the third. Pat Bonicum makes the save. Nick Wynn grabs the rebound, keeps his head up, scans the field, feeds it to Zach Wheeler. He scores! Howard takes the lead. Lucas Sarmiento dodges, trips, big hit by Tom Klotz. He gets a 1-minute penalty. The Dragons are 1 man down, looking to clear it, and Josh Shaw puts himself on the board again, tie game. Fourth quarter, Mike Good gets the middle of the field. He shoots, denied by Bonicum, and he controls the rebound. Jack Marticello feeds All-American Kenny Meinson. He fires a haymaker. Suffolk reclaims the lead. 4 minutes remaining, Kenny Meinson stops on a dime, turns and fires. The sidearm finish gives Suffolk a 2-goal lead late in the fourth. Final minute. Win over to Wendt. The shot is wide. Suffolk wins 11-9. Let's go to Matt Stovall for the Dragon Sports Radio post-game report.
So what are you going to be able to learn from this game? You know, it was a tough loss, but it was a good game. What are you going to take from this loss and build on?
We're right there. I mean, if we just do the little things, a couple ground balls here and there, staying in on defense, but keeping it in tight, we should be good. I mean, it was an 11-9 game, so it's not too many goals. It's something we can build on and get better from.
So talk a little about the action down in the trenches. You were in the face-off X. Describe what was going on down there.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of work. That guy, he was all right, but you know, things just happened, and you know, I had to do what I had to do to get there, and excel. You know, I've been working at this all season, so I was ready when he came, and I'm gonna be ready for the next guy.
Great effort out there, gentlemen. For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Matt Stovall.
Joining me in the studio is defensive coordinator, Coach Tom Brandell. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks, glad to be here.
Now, as the team's defensive coordinator, what is that defensive philosophy?
Our defensive philosophy is to put the most athletic players out on the field. You know, a big part of defense is staying between your man and the goal, and we need guys that can move their feet. We like to try and pressure the ball as much as possible. We like to try and play smart, want to stay out of the penalty box as much as we can. But we want to make other coaches coach, and we want to make other players think. And, you know, I think so far our defense has been doing a pretty solid job.
Now, you have a deep bench this year. With a deep bench, how do your players earn playing time?
Ultimately, as a coaching staff, our job is to put the best players out on the field that give us the best shot to win. And the guys believe in that system. We also try as a coaching staff to find roles for players. For example, at the long stick midi position right now, we're running 3 long stick middies a game versus maybe some teams that are only running 1. We're changing up our short stick D middies where we're going to run 4 a game versus running 2. So we are getting a good amount of guys into games. I would say we're playing about 25 players per game where other teams might only be using 18. So we're trying to find roles for guys to get in the games is really key to that.
Now tell me about your team. What's their characteristics, and what do you like about their character this year?
Characteristics of our team is they're very focused. They're very hardworking young men. They're dedicated to the program. We're very athletic. One thing that separates our team versus a lot of our opponents is we're very deep at the midfield. You know, like many junior colleges, we do have a lot of freshmen playing, so this is, you know, growing up kind of quickly for them. You know, we're very solid in the goal, and we do have 2 other goalies that are excellent players as well. So it's you know, a great group to be around.
Coach, what does your team still need to work on?
As a team, you know, we've been in 2 competitive games. We've lost 2 to 2 good teams by a total of 3 goals. So I think first and foremost we need to just focus on learning how to win those close games, and that comes through repetition and practice, making it a competition, making it fun. So I think that's first and foremost. And then secondly, we really need to focus on just playing smarter. We spent a lot of time in the penalty box in those 2 games against Suffolk. We had 6 minutes of penalties to Suffolk's 1, and Brookdale we had 11 minutes in penalties to Brookdale's 4. So when you start giving up that many penalties, it does take a toll in those one or 2 goal games. So just being a smarter team and just going out there and having fun.
Knowing you, Coach, knowing Coach Sinisi and the rest of the staff, I know you'll get these guys going into the right direction.
Absolutely.
Good luck the rest of your season.
Great, thank you.
Up next, women's lacrosse head coach Diana Carey stops by to preview the Howard-Essex game. Dragons Lair Update will be back after a short break.
Learning at home. Learning in the classroom. Learning for success. For learning that works for you, choose Howard Community College. To find courses and programs that fit your schedule and learning style, visit hcclearningworks.com. You can get there from here.
Welcome back. My next guest is entering her 2nd season as head women's lacrosse coach. It's a pleasure to welcome Diana Carey. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you.
What are your expectations coming into this year's season?
Well, we have very high expectations. We did so well last year and had so much fun, and I'm expecting to even do better this year, and we have really been having a great time, so I'm expecting a lot.
Describe your team's personality.
They're fun. They all really, really like each other. I, again, did the Dragon Wars activities with them, which really helped with their bonding. They're just an upbeat, nice group of girls. They all have a lot of talent, which is wonderful. But the fact that they all get along so well is even better.
Now, tell me a little bit more about this year's team. How does it compare to last year?
Actually, it's quite different. Last year, I had a lot more speed. In the midfield. This year I do not have as much speed, and I am really looking for, I will still take now players, so if there's anybody out there at HCC who would like to come and play, who is fast and skilled midfield, I'd be delighted to talk. But I think we're much stronger defensively. We have 2 very good goalies. We have 4 starting really good defenders who really understand the concepts of sliding and being able to get on body and pick people up. So that part I'm very excited about.
Now, Maddie's your captain. Mm-hmm. What does she bring to the program?
Well, Maddie is a phenomenal player. So that in itself is a huge plus. And the fact that she comes out and gives 150% every single practice, she makes others want to step up and want to try even harder. And that's the kind of captain you want. You want someone to lead by example, both with their work ethic as well as their skill.
So what players are stepping up besides Maddie this year?
Oh, I actually have a number. I have some returners, Aaron Yates and Sam Wilson, both attackers who really are stepping up nicely, really understanding the concept of movement and how to get into open space. And I think they're going to be big producers for me. And I have a number of new players that I'm really excited about. Jamie Twardowitz is a very nice player. And I think that she's got a lot of depth in the sense that she can play a lot of positions on the field. Carly, as a defender, is just she's a nice big girl. She's strong. She really knows how to move. Quinta Collins, that's her nickname, Quinta. Mary Claire is her real name. But she is terrific. She's just verbal. She went to Marriott's Ridge. She really understands lacrosse. She's just a great leader on the field. And I also have a goalie who transferred from Denver, Rachel Donovan, and she's a really big plus for us.
Do you think we have an opportunity for the regional tournament this year and possibly the nationals?
I expect us to be in the nationals. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So because they take what
the top 2 teams, and I expect it to be us and Anne Arundel.
And that'll be the first time in our history.
Well, there you go. There's always a first.
Coach Carey, what is it going to take to beat CCBC Essex on the road?
Well, our game plan is basically the CCB Essex has 3 very good players. They don't have the kind of depth that we have. So I believe if we can shut those 3 players down and we can get our offense to get the ball on cage more and to find those openings, as well as to pick up ground balls, I think that we really, really have a good shot of beating them. 3 players don't make a team. I'm a very big believer in making sure that everybody can play at the same level, or at least really try to, so that you've got 7 offensive threats, not 3. So right now this week, what we're trying to do is to get all 7 of those offensive threats going and ready to
So I
take
hear
advantage.
it's your defense again.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you have to shut down the top scorers, and that is going to be our goal. And then, of course, we need to put the ball in the back of the net also.
At least one more goal.
Exactly.
Good luck, Coach, rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
Next, Coach Carey's Dragons take on CCBC Essex. Let's go to Bruce Hoosier for more on this Region 20 showdown.
Howard enters the contest ranked 7th in the nation. Maddie Pullman leads Howard's offense. The 2012 All-Region midfielder scored 3 goals in the season opener against Anne Arundel. CCBC Essex knocked off the defending district champions in their 2013 debut. Carlin Grudzian brings skill and firepower to the Knights midfield. The freshman out of Catholic High School can win draws, set up her teammates, and put it in the back of the net. Howard and Essex face off next.
Early action. CCBC midfielder Carlin Grudzian controls possession, squeezing past Howard defenders, takes the shot and scores to go up 1-0. Attacker Jamie Twardowitz to Maddie Pullman, cuts in front of the net, quick shot and sends it home. Howard goes ahead 2-1. Cynthia Ramirez with possession on the perimeter. Looking in front, Rachel Donovan with the takeaway. Howard's looking to clear it. Donovan controls it, sends a deep pass to Maya Fairweather. The sophomore out of Seton High beats her defender and makes him pay with a bounce shot. Twardowitz sets up to play, passes to Lisa Don inside. She shoots and bounces it home. Howard extends the lead to 5-2. Erin Yates operating from behind the cage. Quick pass to Sam Wilson. She splits defenders, leaps and fires it home. Pullman on top of the 12-meter fan. Passes to Fairweather. Makes a move, quick shot and scores! Howard with a free position play over to Wilson. The sophomore out of Mount Hebron High shoots and will not be denied. Pullman draws the slide. Freeing up Erin Yates inside. The quick shot extends Howard's lead to 5. Pullman is up against Grudzian. She beats her off the dodge and the shot is good! CCBC with a free position. Denied by Donovan. Pullman wins the ground ball for Howard and buries it high to high. Collins controls the ball midfield, passes to Fairweather. Howard picks up a big win on the road. Let's go to Matt Stovall for the Dragon Sports Radio post-game report.
Rachel, what did you see in Essex that let you have such a big game in net?
I think that one thing we really picked up on was they had one very strong player, and once we keyed in on that, it really stopped her from taking wide open shots. We got the defense on her, and I really credit the defense for off-angle shots that made my job a lot easier.
Maddie, you were also really good with the draw controls. How were you able to be so dominant on draws?
I realized that the girl was the weaker player, so I decided to put all my strength into everything I got for the draw.
Rachel, this was a big win. What did you learn from this game?
I learned that our team definitely has a lot of potential to do a lot of great things this year. We still have a lot of work, but I know we can capitalize on the mistakes we made today and learn from the great things we did to become the best team possible and hopefully move on from here and keep winning.
Rachel, Maddie, great win against Essex. Really good effort out there. For Dragons Lair Update, I'm Matt Stovall.
Thanks for watching. Tune in Friday, April 26th for an all-new Dragons Lair update. And remember, go Dragons!